She promised a $9 billion medical revolution, but it was all a lie. Patients trusted her with their lives, believing their blood was being tested for hidden diseases. Most powerful men in America bet $9 billion, never asking to see the truth. Not a technical glitch, not a failed experiment, a calculated, 15-year-long deception. Employees saw the machines failing every day, but they were silenced by fear and legal threats. They partnered with national chains, bringing the fake technology directly to the American public. For years, no one questioned the numbers. Then, one analyst noticed a single, fatal detail. By the end, you'll know how she hid the truth for 15 years. She dropped out of college at 19 to build a machine that could test for everything. She cultivated a deep, artificial voice and copied Steve Jobs to sell the image of a savior. She surrounded herself with men who had no medical experience, using their names to buy credibility. Company operated in total, suffocating secrecy, treating every employee like a potential spy. Tyler Schultz discovered the fraud and was immediately threatened with ruinous legal action. She forged documents to convince investors that giant corporations were already using her technology. The Wall Street Journal finally exposed the fraud, but she had already raised hundreds of millions of dollars. She claimed the military used her devices in combat zones, a claim that was entirely fabricated. Investors were blinded by the promise of a revolution and never asked to see the technology work. The Securities and Exchange Commission charged her with fraud, but she fought back with expensive legal teams, used commercial machines from other companies to run tests, hiding them to pretend they were their own. The tiny vials were often insufficient, forcing staff to dilute samples and provide inaccurate results. Patients received wrong diagnoses because the technology could not function as promised. The board ignored every warning sign, prioritizing their reputations over the lives of patients. Employees signed contracts that prevented them from telling their families what they were doing. Erica Chung reported the inaccuracies to regulators, but she was dismissed as a liar. Investors like Rupert Murdoch lost over $100 million in the collapse. The company was cleared out within weeks, leaving behind only the wreckage of their lies. The board ignored the warnings to protect their $9 billion investment. The judge ordered her to pay $452 million in restitution. Jury reached a verdict after 7 days, confirming that she had knowingly deceived everyone. She was convicted on 4 counts of wire fraud and sentenced to over 11 years in prison. Company officially dissolved in 2018, ending 15 years of deception. Her case is taught in business schools as an example of a total leadership collapse. $9 billion valuation was the price of a lie.